Hi everyone, my name is Sydney Gibbons and I did my biology essay on genetically modified organisms used in food. I'll make sure to link the essay in the discussion post. So the main points of my essay were: what are genetically modified organisms, how are genetically modified organisms made, genetic engineering, steps of genetic engineering, and the benefits of genetic engineering. So the first question is, what are genetically modified organisms? Here's a photo of an example of a scientist injecting a non-modified organism with something that they want it to have. So genetically modified organisms, also known as GMOs, are living organisms whose genetic material has been changed artificially in a laboratory. GMOs are a result of a modern method called genetic engineering, where recombinant DNA technology is used to alter an organism's genetic makeup. Farmers first created mixing methods like genetic engineering to grow corn in an assortment of sizes, colors, and uses. Now, humans eat strawberries that are a crossbreed between native North America strawberries and native South America strawberries. Genetically modified organisms used in food can be safe and provide benefits that affect the environment. How are GMOs created? GMOs are created with genetic engineering. Genetic engineering gives scientists the ability to make changes more specific and more efficiently. Genes are basic units of heredity found in chromosomes that supply the directions for the cells of animals and plants, which allow them to do their work. Genes are made up of a DNA, which are thread-like chains of molecules that look twisted in the picture on the left. It is the genetic code that is represented by the letters A, T, G, and C. When genetic engineering is used to genetically modify plants, the DNA changes, leading to mutations in the genetic code. An example of a change in the genetic code would be switching T to A or G to C. Steps of genetic engineering. The first step of genetic engineering is identifying, which consists of scientists trying to figure out their desired trait. They try to figure out which trait they want the plant to have, or whatever organism they're altering. They look to find an organism that already contains that desired traits in its genes. The second step is copying. After they find the gene that they want, it gets copied. The third step is inserting. They then utilize tools to insert the gene into the DNA of the plant, giving it the trait that they wanted. And the last step is growing. The new plant is now being grown to check if it was successful. They continue to supervise to see if it was successful, and they go through extensive reviews and tests before it could be sold to consumers. Sometimes it could take up to several years before a genetically modified plant can be bought in grocery stores. How does genetic engineering benefit agriculture? Genetic engineering is widely used because it provides benefits in agriculture and acts as a solution to challenges that farmers face. So the benefits in agriculture from genetic engineering is they can create drought-resistant plants and animals, they can create disease-resistant plants and animals, insect-resistant, they can become insect-resistant, it improves nutrition, it increases yield, and it increases growth. So sometimes farmers often struggle to grow healthy, productive crops because of the factors stated above. So when they alter the genes of animals or plants, they are able to control those factors, making it extremely difficult to be successful in agriculture. So when they add the gene to the plants and animals, it solves and prevents the problems that they run into. So genetically modified organisms are constantly being researched, and new ways are always evolving, with new information circling around and ideas are being discussed. So here's an example of an unmodified plant and a modified plant. It shows the factors of each one that it contains. So on the screen it shows that an unmodified plant has less energy for photosynthesis, and more energy is lost as the heat goes on the plant. In a modified plant, it's negative 15% 15% increase in photosynthetic efficiency, the less energy is lost as heat, and then there's 15% more plant growth. So it shows that the modified plant is able to receive more nutrients and be able to do the process quicker and more efficiently than the unmodified plant is. So the key points to remember is that it has been estimated that upwards of 75% of processed foods on supermarket shelves contain genetically engineered ingredients. So most of the foods that you're probably eating have been modified. GM foods also are currently available on the international market and have passed safety assessments and are not likely to present risk for human health. So this is showing that it has been that GM foods haven't really been seen to be harm to us, that it's been pretty much safe for the most part. And then most existing genetically modified crops have been developed to improve yield through the introduction of resistance to plant diseases or of increased tolerance of herbicides. And GM foods can also allow for reduction in food prices through improved yields and reliability. So overall, genetically modified organisms prove to be beneficial to us and beneficial to agriculture. So I hope you guys enjoyed my presentation and you were able to learn anything. Thank you for watching.